Hey everyone, welcome to welcome to Pop's Movie Dungeon. We got a special guest with us here tonight, my buddy Johnnie Walker. He agreed to get on here with me for a little while and talk about some Blue Underground movies. So I'm going to bring him in here and we're going to have some fun, talk about some of these great movies. What's up,
Whoa!
Johnny? How
Yeah.
you doing, man? I appreciate you joining me tonight, man.
Oh, though
So,
you're gonna tell everybody the topic of what we're gonna be discussing tonight with these very expensive releases that we keep buying.
yes, these Blue Underground 4Ks, they are proud of them, that's for sure. They go for what average of about $40 a piece, and which is about double what some of these releases go for. But I mean, they do a great job with these 4Ks. I'm gonna be honest, I've only watched about half of these since I've got them, because we buy so much shit I can't keep up with everything. But the one I can talk about the most is probably Zombie. I watched that one recently, that one and Maniac, and but Zombie, man, I tell you, like I was telling you the other day, whatever the part about that movie that stands out to me more than anything is the eyeball scene.
The Splinter.
You know, and I knew about it going in, and I was just like, I wasn't expecting much because it's such an older movie, and I'm just sitting there going, turning away. I mean, something about eyeballs get me. I don't mess around with eyeballs, and I'm turning away, looking like, man, come on, that's rough, man.
It's that scene where you're like fucking watching the movie and you're like,
Yeah. So I was thoroughly impressed, and I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into watching with that kind of cover. I'm like, come on, man. People were saying this is one of the best looking 4K transfers of the year of 2020. And then I had to put it in to believe it because the cover, it looks like it's some random off the shelf, low budget horror movie. I wasn't expecting much of a transfer, but it's unbelievable what Blue Underground did with this title, man. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
hey man, that's all I've heard since Blue Underground has been putting out those 4Ks. They're like, you know what? Like these major production studios, they need to take a look at what the hell Blue Underground is doing with these 4K releases because a lot of people are saying like, I didn't notice a difference with these major production releases from Blu-ray to 4K. Blue Underground comes out and everybody's like, yo, like this is like watching the movie for the fucking first time. It's insane how much clarity is present in their discs. So that's always great to hear too, man. Like, Blue Underground's a great company, man. We all know that shit, but to
Yeah.
see put forth the effort to be like, okay, yeah, we just did this release, but we're also now coming out with a 4K. At least give us a reason to like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll double dip again for this new disc.
And, most of these kind of movies like this, whatever, was these are like held to high regard for weirdos like us. But for mainstream people to be putting this in with some of the best 4Ks of the year, and that's something to be said right there. These movies don't get mixed in those circles too often.
Absolutely, man. Like, I know you grabbed that 4K right there, right before that 4K came out. I guarantee it wasn't even 2 years, man. It was like maybe a year at the most, year and a half, and I might be going a little over on that release date. But right before that 4K came out, they came out with this, which is, of course, the lenticular, the 3-disc
Mm-hmm.
set, 3-disc limited edition set. There was I think there was 3 or 4 different covers to choose from. One of the covers actually had the splinter scene where you turn the cover and her eyes actually penetrating the splinter.
Right.
There was a traditional cover like you got right there on the front of your 4K. It just had that image. But these right here were already pricey enough, man. I remember these like going to FYE and just see them sitting on a shelf, and they were $39.99 a pop already. And then you can look on Amazon, get lucky, or maybe Diabolic DVD somewhere might have them for $32.99 or something. But you take the slip cover off, and you still got that same that
Right.
original theatrical image right there. So, these things are beautiful, though, man. I mean, just
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, these here don't have any kind of reverse on these. You just got the. Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, they're just a blank slip, so you don't get the reversible on the Zombie 4K.
What about a soundtrack? Did they throw in the CD soundtrack by any chance?
No, you got the 2018 restoration on Blu-ray and 4K.
Gotcha.
And all the special features. I can't hardly see, but I don't think there's a soundtrack on here. I don't think.
Yeah, well, these 3-disc sets right there, they were pretty nice with these right here. They threw that third disc in right there for the soundtrack. Now we can probably both agree that a lot of people don't even ever take those CDs out, pop them in their car, and listen to them. But hey, I do. I'll definitely.
Yeah, they got a ton of special features. I'd be curious to see what special features are on here that are new. from that release. But
they definitely packed it down, man. That's for sure, man. But hey, like you said though, man, every time I would hear something about Blue Underground's 4K releases, man, I never heard one negative thing other than the price tag, of course, which 4K costs fucking money. So I mean, the customer gets left with the bone of it, of course. But hey, it's fucking zombie, man. Like I guarantee you, like one title that I would definitely. There's two titles I would definitely shoot for right off the bat that I would definitely, if I found them for a good price, that I would upgrade to the 4Ks like you did. Is that one we just showed, and the very next one we're going to show right here, which is, was in that release order. Because the next one was my fucking favorite film probably of all time.
Yeah. What's interesting to me, I'm sitting there looking on IMDb on the zombie. I mean, it came out in 1979, directed by Lucio Fulci. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir. Lucio Fulci.
And the original name of the movie was Zombie 2.
Zombie Flesh for the UK.
Okay, on here it just says Zombie 2. It has a poster that says Zombie 2 is what it says, but I think it might have been something else. I don't know, but there was a story behind that. The reason why it was called Zombie 2, whatever. I want to say that they had some kind of deal, whatever, with Romero over something.
Yep.
Something along those lines.
They were going to capitalize on the success of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead,
right.
And Lucio Fulci was just going to call his movie Zombie 2. So, you got that title. You got, of course, Zombie. Then you got Zombie with just the I, leaving off the E. The UK, it was better known, which I do have the Arrow release back there. It's not even called Zombie. It's called Zombie Flesh Eaters.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there was just one of those things where, like, there was a different title for every different fucking territory, and everybody was like, okay, what's the name of the fucking movie?
Right.
Well, I have the right one. Like, you got it. Different title.
Yeah, it gets confusing, man. So what you were just talking about, the next one, we got Maniac. Now, the first time I had watched this one was last year. You had told me about it, and it was on Joe Bob. And I watched it on Joe Bob for the first time before I even got this. And what I thought was crazy is I'm a big Rocky fan, and that dude, whatever that played the hitman or whatever he worked for at Rocky, whatever was the Maniac. And it was so weird seeing him in this because I'd only seen him in Rocky before, and this ain't Rocky by no means.
That fucking movie right there, man, I'm telling you right now, like to hold that up right there, a lot of people just like, it's just a movie. That movie right there, that shit does it for me, man. It fires on all cylinders for me, man. I love the creepiness of that movie, the fucking derangedness of it. Man, like I couldn't say enough good shit about that movie. And kudos to you for actually taking that for taking that and running with it and going to Joe Bob to watch it. Because I was sitting back there the night that he just like came on live and he was announcing that he was going to show fucking Maniac, and I was like, oh my god, like it was Christmas for me, man. I was like, I can't wait to see what Joe Bob, what his intake on this film is.
Right. Yeah, it was a good episode, that's for sure. This one also just has the blank sleeve on the back, and same thing, it has the DVD or the Blu-ray and the 4K 2018 restoration with a bunch of special features. No soundtrack.
Gotcha.
Now, was this the movie that Savini got his head blown up in the car?
In the car, yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, that was iconic. Yeah, they discussed that in the special features, if I remember correctly. I got about halfway through the special features on this. I need to finish those up.
It's loaded, man. Like,
the
movie's going to be like 90, 100 minutes long. The fucking special features is going to take you like 18 hours.
Right. Now, Maniac Cop 2 and 3 come out. Are those sequels to this? I mean, same deal, or is that a totally different story?
No. Maniac Cop 2 and 3 is going to be sequels to Maniac Cop. Maniac Cop 1, of course, was Bruce Campbell.
Okay. So I haven't seen any of the Maniac Cops. I ain't seen none of those.
Now, Joe Bob Briggs did do a double feature on The Last Drive-In this past season. He showed Maniac Cop 2 and 3. And, of course,
that must be one of my poker nights. I must have missed that one.
Yeah, man, it's great. You got to go back and revisit that, man. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Maniac Cop 2 by far blows the rest of them out of the water. Even though I love Maniac Cop 1. I got the release from Hero Video back there. It's great. But Maniac Cop 2 is definitely where the money's at on that. And for that night, they brought in none other than the director of those movies, which is Bill himself, William Lustig, man. It was great to hear Bill talk, man. He's one of those guys, man, like you could just – if you sat in a room with him and there was really nothing going on, you could listen to him talk for like fucking days on end just about what he thinks about movies and how hard it was to shoot then or the budget. But Yeah, you take that slipcover off of this one. This is the one I have right here, the 3-disc one.
Okay. So that's got the soundtrack.
Yeah, this one it's another 3-disc set. You know, the third disc is going to be a soundtrack to it. I do love that cover right there, man. That's just love it. Try to hold it back a little bit, but pop open the case right there. Of course, your main feature. Other side main feature. The special features on the other disc. You remove the booklet right here, and they threw a nice little soundtrack in here, which I got.
I love that art, man. That's great.
on that soundtrack. I've listened to that soundtrack numerous times, man. The score for this film is great, man. It's great. Yeah. You know, they made like a full comic series out of Maniac too, man, which I would not mind checking out. There's actually like a little promotional booklet, like coupon thing in here. I forgot what, I'll look at it right quick because I just kind of just talked through it so fast. I was trying to think of the company who did that, which is only at ebionpress.com. Yeah, they definitely did. They did a full motion picture comic series, so wouldn't mind checking that out.
That's cool, man. Like I said, it looks to me like that. This has got the 4K restoration, but that's got it has more features on it. Looks like you got the booklet, you got the soundtrack, all that stuff.
Yeah, man. Who knows, man? Who knows if it's worth a thing that you would actually be like, okay, that's worth double dipping on. But I would tell you this, man, for being such a lover of this movie right here, if I had the 4K, that soundtrack alone, I would definitely just double dip on it just to get that soundtrack. I'll pop that shit in my car so many times, dude. It's not even funny.
Right. So what do we got next here? We got the New York Ripper. Is that what you're showing over there?
Yeah, man.
Now I have not seen this yet.
Well, that's going to be two of us because neither have I.
Yeah, I have not seen this. Now this is a Fulci film also.
I've heard some of the most sleaziest shit about this movie though, and it's just one of those things, man. I go back there to go grab something off the shelf, and I end up grabbing something else. I'm like, I need to fucking finally pick this thing up and watch it. I will tell you, I do love the cover art on that thing right there. It's nice.
Well, it's got the lenticular. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is loaded down with special features. I mean, so this came out in '82, so a couple years later.
It's Fulci, man. So you're gonna get like you pretty much already know what ride you're in for, man, because he's probably gonna throw some bizarreness at you. Not to mention,
man, look at this disc art on these things. I mean, it's great disc art.
That is beautiful, man. But yeah, New York Ripper. That light is just drowning me out. See if I can dull it down just a little bit.
Got the same cover on this one. Looks like same cover.
Yep.
I don't know much about that one, but I'm gonna have to check this one out soon.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know what we should do? Fuck it, man. We should watch this together. We both ain't seen it. Let's have that first experience together. Fuck it. Let's watch it together. Looks like it's got the 2-disc right there. You remove the booklet, and of course, just to be nice of them, they threw the soundtrack in there. I love shit like that, man. I wish more companies actually threw the scores and the tracks in and stuff. I know a lot of people don't buy CDs anymore and shit like that, but physical media collectors do.
Right. I love the old guy with these damn glasses on, but I can't see a damn thing. These glasses on. When it comes back in these boxes, man, they might as well be in Braille.
But especially the extra, man. Like I'm sitting here going, like, damn, like that is some small font.
Yeah, and the numbers on the spines on those Vinegar Syndrome releases. No, I can't. Even with glasses, I can't hardly see those. I got to get it just right on the light, let it reflect, so I can see what number it is.
What number is that?
All right, so the next one I got here is there's the House by the Cemetery.
Oh, you went out of order, but we'll go with it though.
Did I go out of order?
You went.
What do you got next? My bad.
2 Evil Eyes.
I don't have that one. Well, I have the one that you got me. It's over there on the shelf. I just brought the 4Ks out.
It's all good.
So,
it's good.
Yeah, I got it on the shelf over there. You know what it is. You gave it to me.
See if I get that right. Look at it. Look at the pendulum. Woo!
Yeah, that's nice.
That's actually pretty decent. No, I mean, I'm a huge fan of this film, and it's basically an anthology. There's 2 movies in one, basically. The first film in here, of course, George A. Romero gets his movie first, and then Argento gets his movie. And I'll be honest with you, I love the hell out of both of them. If I had to take my pick, though, Argento little bit better than the Romero movie.
Yeah.
I hate to compare them like that because they fit so perfectly in this fucking movie, but Argento did.
Now, I've only watched it that one time. Right after you said it to me, I watched it that one time. The second one, the Argento, that is the one that the dude's got the girl hidden in the wall, right?
Yeah, Harvey Keitel. Yeah, man.
Okay. Man, that was twisted. Yeah, that was messed up.
It's fucking bizarre, man.
Yeah.
But you know, if you get a chance, man, there's like a special feature that's not only on here, but I was trying to think of what other disc that special feature was on because it was kind of like a documentary of you know, just Tom Savini talking about, like, you know, getting to know George A. Romero and working with him so much. You know, they were a clique, they were a crew. Whenever it was time to shoot a movie, same people got together every time. But there's a scene. There's a scene like where this little emblem is like above the dude and it's supposed to fall and break through the chest. And Tom Savini had spent like just hours and hours on set, like trying to set this thing up. So, it, you know, the rig, everything, make sure it fall right. They capture it. And man, when it fell, like it did a great impact, but it wasn't enough blood, like, you know, for the spray for, you know, after the impact. And George A. Romero was like literally sitting behind the camera and you can see him. And he's like, Tom, go ahead and do a reset. And you can just see the look on his face just go, oh.
I know the thing you're talking about.
I love a lot of that, though, man. You know, just, sure, you know, they weren't using CGI or nothing, man. Like, these guys were fucking putting labor of love in, being like, nah, this has got to be practical. Like, we're not, you know, saying a fucking Marvel movie. Like, we're doing this shit the right way. So I appreciate that shit for that. Great on there, man. I'm surprised you ain't got the 4K of this, man. Like, because that's
it ain't come out yet. It hadn't been released yet.
Damn.
Or if it's coming. I want to say it's the next one in line. I know that the Dead and Buried was the last one that came out, and the next one I believe is Two Evil Eyes, and then there's another one after Two Evil Eyes. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, it's the Maniac Cop 2 and 3. But yeah, those haven't been released yet, but they're on the radar. So I just hadn't got them yet.
Now they also, I've already seen it already out too. They've already put out the Final Countdown in 4K UHD, right?
Yeah, I got that one. I ordered that one the other day. So, and it's still sealed. I ain't even opened it yet. But I'm gonna check that one out. So, what's that?
Have you ever seen the movie before though?
I have not.
Me neither.
But, you know, hell, it's got Kirk Douglas and Martin Sheen in it. You know, I mean, hell, it's got some big stars in it.
Dude, that's enough right there. Martin Sheen, man, who could forget him from Apocalypse Now? Holy fuck.
And the things they said about Zombie, they say this is one of the best 4Ks ever released as far as the transfer goes. They said this one right here is one that got the best transfer of anything else they've ever seen. So this is a 1980 movie, I believe, and so I'm real curious to check that out because a lot of hype over this one.
You know, I don't have any of the prior older releases of that. So that to me right there, I can get that and not feel guilty about double dipping or the high price.
Right.
Fuck it.
Right.
Best one out.
Yeah. So what do you got next on your list over there? You got The House by the Cemetery?
Yeah. Because that's going to be a fifth one. I think they kind of came out in this that you know, there's more 3-disc editions, but I'm talking about the ones that they released with the lenticulars right before they released these, and literally it felt like months later they were on social media and being like, yeah, all those movies just put out, we're releasing them in 4K now. And everybody was like, dude, we just fucking got these.
Yeah.
So, yeah. House by the Cemetery. Who can forget Bob? Oh my God, man. Ooh, just watched this on Joe Bob Briggs too, man, not too long ago. Would you join us that night, or was you playing poker that night? He showed House by the Cemetery.
I'm trying to remember. I honestly don't remember. I'm trying to remember which one this is.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
is this one that's got the kid? It's got to have like a young. Yeah, I watched this with y'all. I watched this with y'all.
Fuck Bob, dude, that overdub, man. Oh, some people it makes it great, but after about 60 minutes of that shit, you're like, all right, dude, somebody needs to fucking punch that kid because I'm sick of hearing his voice.
yeah, I definitely remember that. I did watch it with y'all. That was kind of a rough one, but man, Fulci, man, he's got a lot of shit out. I mean, he had a lot of stuff, and you know, I didn't know nothing about him until I started collecting these titles. I started getting these boutique labels. I knew nothing about him. I mean, I've heard the name, but I've never seen any of this stuff.
call him the Godfather of Gore, which I think, you know, Herschel Gordon Lewis has that title too, which I think I might be mixing them up there a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Releasing has released some of his shit too. What is that? The Beyond, they've released that. Oh shit, man. What was that glow in the dark slipcover they did for that title? The Cat in the Brain or something like that. I got it back there. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
And shit, you know, I bought some Lucio Fulci shit during the severance sale. I kind of actually, when I went to go look through my order again, because I ordered so much shit, I went to go look back through it, and I was like, Devil's Honey. Wait a minute, who directed that? Lucio Fulci. I was like, damn. Like, I got quite a good bit of Lucio Fulci shit in there. So
I still ain't got my ship label on that yet, by the way.
Yeah, you know, they actually printed the label out. That was when I hit you up that night. And then
Yeah.
I thought they just printed the label, but they still haven't put the box together yet. And I was like, fuck, like they probably just printed out the label just to sit it in a stack, and then they'll just probably work through orders last. But they actually shipped it, though. It's actually sitting in California right now. So
Okay.
it says next week is going to be here. I hope so.
I did get my Vinegar Syndrome monthly things is coming out, whatever. It's supposed to be here Tuesday. So
sweet.
that'll be my first monthly thing for the subscription.
Hey, what 4 titles is that you got coming?
Hold on a minute. I'll tell you. Honestly, I don't remember, to be honest with you, but I can tell you here real fast.
Man, we are running smooth now after we got this figured out.
We had some technical difficulties there at the beginning, but it's going good right now.
Folks, if you're watching this, if you only knew the struggles we fucking went through before we got on here and clicked record.
So it looks like the 3 main titles is Through the Fire, Killer's Delight, which I know nothing about. Hold on, my phone's acting up. I think we just jinxed us. And then the other one's called The Lamp, and I hear The Lamp's garbage. Everybody that talks about The Lamp, I hear it's pretty rough, but I don't know. I don't know if you can how good it's going to come through. But that's what the titles look like. If you can see that.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you do know The Lamp. Scream Factory's already released that, but they released
yes, it's called something else. Yeah, I think it was part of a double pack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a double feature pack.
Yeah, I heard about that. So we'll see. I mean, you know, the slipcovers are going to be great if nothing else.
Now, you know, look, man, like Brad Henderson and all them, man, like, you know, they're like going to put some good features on there and shit. Those as much as I love those double features by Scream Factory, if you look at a lot of them, man, a lot of those are bare bones when it comes to anything. They might have a commentary, might have a trailer, but as far as interviews and shit like that, they a little lackluster. Like they're a little. So, you know, like Brad and all them over at Vinegar Syndrome, if there was anything, a living talent, whoever would say yes or maybe to a paycheck, they went and chased them down for that shit. I can tell you.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Just not to go off too far on the side note, I just watched, Dead Pit. I just watched them. They had.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, man. Fucking Uncle Bill, fucking man, Garrett, man, Born to Be Rad, man. I'm telling you, I've been falling in love with that shit, man. Those guys are great. So fuck, man.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time, man. They got videos all the way back to 2005.
I know, dude. They have done some interviews too, man. With some, man, like fucking Kevin Tinney's been on their shit and all that, man. It's great. What was I saying, man? Fucking, they had Brad Henderson on there.
Yeah.
It's a little long. It's about 2 hours, but they're having an interview with Brad Henderson, Kristen Day, which is also another guy who edits all the stuff. There's another guy in there named Justin. Justin and Christian both work as for Paramount, Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome. Like they come in and they do a lot of the editing stuff, like getting the interviews together after they've already been recorded, splice them together and all that stuff. And man, every time I see an interview with Brad Henderson, I love him just a little bit more. Just the way he talks about, I don't know, man, just the way he talks about like just trying to curate movies and trying to save them.
Yeah.
Or the fact that he never gives up. Like somebody could tell him, like, you're never going to find a working print for this. It's probably been in a garage. It's been in a shed for like 30 years. There was a fire. Who knows if the elements inside can even be scanned. He doesn't give a fuck, man. Like that, he seems like one of the people who would probably jump on a plane like that, fly across the fucking world just to go get a canister of a film nobody's never seen before so they could put it out.
Yeah.
You gotta dig that, man. That's a fucking.
And it's guys like that is why we get the releases we get. You know, that's why we're able to have this kind of stuff. You know, because most of the stuff is just going to go by the wayside. You know, mainstream companies ain't gonna go out and find the stuff. You know,
if If they ain't in the vault, they don't even give a shit. They're not going to spend. They're not going to spend a lot. They're going to pay somebody a salary neither to go track down. They're like, well, fuck it. If it's not in the vault, then what are we going to do? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, kudos to those guys, man, who are just fucking. Because I mean, I'm telling you, without them chasing down, you know, the actual camera negatives, they're just sourcing it from like some shitty material. Man. These Blu-rays and these 4Ks we got in our hands, they would not look necessarily good.
Yeah. Yeah, most of these would never, if they've even seen a VHS release, they wouldn't make it off VHS, you know.
Look, I think me and you was even discussing it too. You know, me and Cody had this conversation before, but the links that Scream Factory went through, whenever they found out, of course, I mean, it was already in the Crystal Lake Memories documentary, but they were like, wait a minute, like there's an actual existence of footage that was never lost, you know, that's been lost for so long. But there's something in existence of the double spear scene, Friday the 13th Part 2. And man, like I was like watching what Jeff Nelson and everybody from Scream Factory was saying, like the shit they were going through. And it turns out, man, they took that VHS tape. They had to fly somewhere, go get that shit from one of the production assistants on that film. And that's been forever ago. Fuck, it's been like 40-something years ago at this point. So they come back with a VHS tape. They disassemble the VHS tape and take the reels, put them on a baking sheet, and put them in an oven just to heat them up to get the film separated before they can actually do a scan of it. So to them, they probably had that fucking tape, man, walking around in it with like a briefcase, like handcuffed to their fucking wrist, like it was like a bunch of gold in that bitch. That's the Wallace's briefcase, bro.
Oh, I'm sure, man. That's because you lose that, you ain't getting it back. It's gone. There ain't no,
you know. It. You know, that's the only thing that's left in existence, man. And once that bitch goes, it goes. So thankfully, since they got that, man, like, you know, a fucking, you know, Friday the 13th fans can cherish that now forever, man. You know, as long as the fucking stays in print with that special feature, but everybody gets to cherish that. Nobody's never got to see it until we got that set. And I'll be honest with you. As soon as I cracked that big bitch open, Friday the 13th Part 2 went in, I went to the special feature, and that was the first thing I watched out of that box set.
Now, I don't remember if you said you had these or not, so I'm just going to grab the next one on my stack here. These are some of the later releases, but the Daughters of Darkness, you got that one?
No, I've never even seen it.
I hadn't either. I've had this thing now for 6 months. I have opened it, but I haven't watched it yet. But it's got a badass particular. I don't know if I can make that show up, but can you see that? It's got one of those nice covers. And I like these white cases they started doing. And this actually has got the book. They started getting really good with these releases. This one's got the nice booklet, the reversible artwork, and it's got a third disc. This might actually have it's got the soundtrack.
See, fucking nice, man. Hell yeah.
So it looks like this is the first title they started doing that on. It looks like, and you actually get the reversible artwork on this. I'll hold this up right. Hold on. I'm still getting used to this camera shit. Sorry.
There you go, right there.
Right there.
Yes, sir.
I love that art right there.
Yeah, man, that's nice, man.
So, like I say, they started doing it right here. The amount of money you're paying for these releases, you should get this stuff. It should come standard. So I'm happy that they started doing that. I kind of wish the whole set was like that, because you got the first 4 or 5 in the blank cases, which I do like, but these nice, you know, error type cases, those are nice.
Hey, man, trial and error, man. Maybe from now on, man, for the rest of the future release, man,
right?
They're like, hey, we got a standard we stick to, and then.
Now, next, I know nothing about this, and I just got this in yesterday. But it's Robert Forster and Fred Williamson, which I think Fred Williamson was the dude, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I think he was the dude that was in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, sir.
The very end. Dude, he was badass in that. So I'm pretty excited about seeing that one. And Robert Forster was in Jackie Brown, right? Is that the guy I'm thinking of? Yeah, I think he just passed away last year.
Yeah, man, you're 100% correct, man. Have you seen fucking VFW by any chance?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
yes.
Man.
Yeah, that's right. He was in that, wasn't he? Yes,
sir.
I do remember that.
That is a killer.
That was a great movie. But this one's got the nice booklet too, and same thing, the reversible artwork. No soundtrack on this one, I don't think. You only get 2 discs. You got the 4K and the Blu-ray. No soundtrack on this one, but you do get the reversible artwork. I mean, you got the same artwork because I'll just take it out and show it. You got the regular artwork there, and then I really like this. That's retro as hell there.
Oh yeah, man, I like that retro. Yeah, that artwork is the money. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so I'm looking forward to that, man. I knew nothing about this movie at all. Like I said, it was one of the last ones I picked up, and I was afraid it was already out of print, but I found it at on Orbit, whatever, and a lot of places I went to didn't have it anymore, or they had it, without the they had it in Blu-ray, I think, but not in 4K. But I was able to find it with a slipcover at Orbit. No,
I'm gonna have to grab that and Daughters of Darkness and that fucking what was that movie we was just talking about? You got it too. Oh shit. The latest one you just got from him. I don't even think you even opened it yet.
oh, Dead and Buried, Final Countdown.
Fuck yeah, your Final Countdown.
Well, that's a good lead. That's what we got next coming.
There you go.
Now I think we touched on this a little bit earlier. This has got Kurt Douglas and Martin Sheen, and most people say look at that cover. They ain't doing it justice, man. This cover just looks just badass. But this has got big name stars in it, man. This is Kurt Douglas, Martin Sheen, 1980, and I think this is kind of a Bermuda Triangle type. I'm not 100% sure. I've seen quite a few videos on it, but I haven't really watched the trailer. I don't know much about it. I'm opening it now for the first time. I want to see what's all inside this thing. But yeah, the same thing. You got the booklet, and this actually has the soundtrack. So you got the Blu-ray, the 4K, and the soundtrack.
Nice.
And you got the nice book. Let me see what the virtual artwork looks like on this thing. It's not a whole lot different. There's the new artwork. And then the old artwork, you can tell it's just a little more retro, but it's pretty similar.
Yep. Hey, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about seeing about it. I mean, it's a war movie, but I think it gets real supernatural there at the end. I'm probably going to try to check this one out maybe this weekend if I get a chance. Like I've had this one for a month or so, and I still ain't had time to watch it yet. But I hear nothing but good things. And like I said, this is another one that mainstream people talk about it in most of their videos. I've watched a lot of guys that don't ever talk about boutique stuff. And this is in a lot of their top 10s for the year. So yeah, we'll see.
Let me know now, too, man. Everybody's raving about that one. And they're like, God damn, this thing looks like the best one Blue Underground's put out so far. Let me know that out, man.
Now this one here is a weird one for them. This is the first one they dipped into that multiple slipcover shit. They released the title with 3 slipcovers. Okay, that's the Dead and Buried. Do what?
They did that for Zombie too, right before they did the 4K splurge. But
did they really?
Yeah, they got slipcovers for Dead and Buried though. Yeah, I saw them.
Okay.
Everybody wants that slipcover, by the way, that you want. That's like
this one was sold out at Grindhouse, and I ended up going to Orbit to find this one. Whatever. This is the one everybody wants. Yep. At least what I can tell, it's the one that's sold out everywhere. I wish I had an image to bring up whatever for the other two, but y'all can get online and look at the other 2 images. Actually, that's one of the other covers there.
Yep.
This is the reversible art on the disc. So you have this cover, and then you have the one that I got here, and it's that's a crazy ass lenticular. If you look at it, if I can get it just right, but the needle goes all the way in the eyeball on the lenticular. It's pretty crazy. And you have this cover here, and the other one I don't know much about it. But it's like a dude on fire. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but all 3 covers look great. But for the amount they charge for these, I had to pick one to run. I ain't getting all 3 of these bitches. So like I said, I was happy to see that the reverse artwork is at least as that one, because this was my second favorite. The other cover I wasn't too crazy about, so I was happy they had the reverse on this. But this has got the soundtrack on it too.
That reverse is the actual theatrical cover for it right there. Does that film go by a different title by any chance?
Oh, I will let you know. I think it does, but hold on one second.
Especially with all these different territories, it's no surprise if the UK called it something.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything because I don't mean that it wasn't. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other names.
Yeah, folks, hit us up in the comments. There's an alternate title for
But this says the creators of Alien bring a new terror to Earth. So the creators of Alien had something to do with this movie. I don't know if it was the special effects guy for Alien or I know it wasn't really Scott, but I'm trying to see who did this movie here. My blind ass. Gary Sherman, and I don't know if Gary Sherman is directed. It was written by Jeff Miller. So I don't know who in this was tied into Alien. But yeah, it wasn't the director. This is the only thing the director ever did. This is one movie. That's it. Yeah, Gary Sherman has got one movie, and this is it.
Damn, mate, that's the shit.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I have to do some more research on that. Dan O'Bannon. That name's Dan O'Bannon. Okay, there he goes. The writer of this movie was also the writer of the original Alien movie. And The Return of the Living Dead. I was just saying, and Aliens.
Yeah,
damn.
He did write Alien, and Ridley Scott directed that. Man, I just watched that movie just early this morning too. By the way, that's such a great fucking movie.
Man, he has something to do with all the Aliens movies. It looks like Invaders from Mars, Life Force. Wow, that's crazy.
I gotta revisit Invaders from Mars, man. That goddamn movie is so bomb.
I haven't got that. That's on my list. I haven't got it yet. That's one of the ones I'm gonna have to hunt down. Been out of print forever.
I mean, I just want to have like a half a bottle of bourbon and just really pop that in and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, I've never seen it, dude. I've never seen it.
Oh man.
Yeah. We gotta try to locate that one. I'll see if I can get a copy of it or find it online or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's got it. Voodoo or somebody's got it probably.
Yeah, definitely. Just hopefully, man, like maybe a boutique label will fucking grab that and get it out there, man.
Yeah. Didn't Scream Factory put that out back in the day as a standalone?
No, Attack. You talking
Invaders
about
from Mars?
No, you're talking about Invaders from Mars. That's Toby Hooper. Fuck, man, I just got them all mixed up. Yeah, Invaders from Mars is Toby Hooper. That was by Scream Factory, and that bitch goes for crazy money now since it's out of print.
Yeah, I got you. Well, that's all I got here on my end for the Blue Underground, man. Like I said, there's 3 that's coming out that I'm gonna get, the 2 Evil Eyes and the Maniac Cop 2 and 3. And I think as far as I know today, that's all they've released so far or announced so far. But I'm trying to stay on top of these because, like I said, I can't afford to get these 2 or 3 at a pop. I got to get them when they come out, or I ain't getting them. You know.
I got a few right here, just a single.
Yeah, go over what you got left over there.
That they put out. This was my very first one that I bought from Blue Underground because I had to have it, man, and nobody else had it at the time until Arrow released it in that nice box set. But that was George A. Romero's The Crazies, the original.
Yeah.
This thing used to go for big money too before that that Arrow set came out. Like I bought this for like $15-20 on eBay. It was like a couple months later, man. Like the thing went out of print. Blue Underground didn't repress it, lost their license or something. And I was seeing people hawk this thing for like $80 on eBay. This is a great fucking release, but it's in the Arrow box set.
Yeah, I've seen the remake. I've never seen the original of that.
I love the remake too, man. Fucking,
I love the remake.
Favorite remakes. Love it, man. But yeah, that's a great one. Bought this one too. This was my first copy of Buying Deep Red right here, which was from Blue Underground. Got that one. I can't even tell you how many times I bought this fucking movie now. Probably have like 8 copies of it back there by either Arrow Video or somebody else. You know, I think I even have the Anchor Bay DVD of this, probably still back there in the box.
Yeah, that's another one I haven't seen yet.
And of course, when I got a Deep Red, I think I bought that one and this one together from a seller off eBay. Burn with the Crystal Plumage.
Yeah, that just got the 4K from Arrow, didn't it?
Yeah, it's got the 4K too. Yeah. What was that? I think, didn't they announce Cat of Nine Tails is also good?
Yes. Both those are getting the limited edition releases.
I know. I just finally found the damn limited edition. Of course, I found them for a good price because everybody's hunting after the saving up for the 4Ks now. But I'm buying all the limited edition ones, like this one too. I just bought the limited edition from Arrow Video because I got it for a good price. Of course, everybody's hawking them on eBay now for like $30 because they're trying to fund the new one.
They're trying to save money for the 4K. Trying to make some money.
Here's a great one right here too, man. Fucking, I love the hell out of this one. I actually just got this one not too long ago, man. This is some Tom Savini fucking classic shit right here. The Prowler. That's a great flick, right?
I've heard of that one. I also hate to say another one I hadn't seen.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a long list of ones I still got to see, man.
I think I saw it, like I was looking through those Fangoria magazines and I went to that shop and bought a bunch of them. And this movie happened to be sitting in one of those magazines and they were going over an interview with Savini in it. And I read over it and I was like, let me hop on eBay. Just happened to hop on eBay. It was sitting right there. Somebody was selling it used for $15. I jumped all over it, man. It's a great slasher flick, man. That's for sure, man.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Great fine slasher, that's for sure. This one right here, man, I've had sitting on the shelf for I don't know how long, and I still haven't watched it yet, which is a shame, but it looks totally fucking bonkers. That's The Nesting.
No.
You know, Blue Underground's practice too, man. I'm telling you, man, like before they started doing those 3-disc editions and those lenticular slips and all that, little plain Jane, but they did give you something in the back there, like the chapter stops. So at least you did have that. And of course, they released DVD releases of all these. Next one up right here, I had to grab this one. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but holy shit. That is The Toolbox Murders.
I've got part 2 to that, but which I haven't watched yet, but I've never seen that one.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think of
somebody's fixing to re-release that.
Yeah, I think Toby Hooper also did a film called The Toolbox Murders as well.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I do have that back there on DVD somewhere, but
I think that's fixing to get a re-release by somebody. I'm trying to remember who it was, but somebody's fixing to re-release that.
Yeah, Cameron Mitchell though. Nice, easy fun. And man, here's 2 titles right here from my last one right here, man. In one film, that's Donald Pleasance and Christopher Lee in Deathline. So this is where I like their.
Anything with Donald Pleasance can't be bad.
Yeah, man. See, this is where I like where they went. I like those clear cases like that right there, man. The good thick ones. Open them up, man. Got a nice booklet in there with it, man. So I like that shit, man. Reverse artwork too. I like those presentations a lot better. You get more bang for your buck for that, man. Collectors drool over that shit, man. We love it, you know.
Toolbox Murders is getting a 4K
from Blue Underground.
Yeah, damn sure are.
God.
I did not know that.
Hey, at least you ain't got the original release, man. You ain't got no money to do it. So now it's just, you're just buying the best transfer possible.
Wow. Man, yeah, I had not heard that yet. And that is scheduled to come out early 2022. So we got a while still.
Woo.
So I learned something new tonight.
Tell you what, man, Blue Underground's going to take their whole catalog, man. They're just going to go back and be like, okay, well, we already released this about 2-3 years ago. Let's make that a 4K now. Well, we did this one 8 years ago. Let's make that a 4K.
Well, these old movies, they ain't making any more of them like this. So they got to keep going back to the well and making that money as long as they can, I guess,
Yeah.
So,
it'd be a little nice, man. Like I applaud them, man. They're doing such a great job with their 4Ks, man. They're the best on the market. It's crazy to see a boutique label stomp out like somebody like Disney and Fox and shit like that with quality control.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking bizarre to see that, but I love the fact that they're doing that. If it's gonna happen, let a boutique label stomp them bitches out. Because, I mean, that bare bones shit is just getting too old anyway. And plus, I don't think they really give a fuck about presentation to begin with. So, but at least they're doing that, man. But I would like to see them pull some titles into their catalog, man. Like, I want to see them track down something that's maybe if it's Severin or Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory, Arrow's having a hard time getting the rights to, and there's a man inside Blue Underground, especially like William Lustig of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Probably got an associate who can reach out to Paramount or somebody else and be like, hey, nobody else can get it, but hey, can I get it? Those fucking windows of opportunities are always there, man. I like to see them get some shit that they haven't released yet, too. So.
Right. Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, guys, this is starting to go a little late for me, so I'm probably gonna have to call it here in a minute. But y'all check out Johnnie Walker's channel over there, guys. He's good people. When I got started in this, probably early last year, I started watching his shit, whatever, and I learned about everything you can learn about Scream Factory. He was going through his first. Basically, this man owes me a lot of money because I started watching his channels and I started looking into it, and I said, I'm gonna check this out. And this thing I know, I'm going to his channels and I'm checking off what he's talking about. He's doing the first 10 Scream Factories, the next 10 Scream Factories, and I'm trying to find all these titles, which by this time they're all out of print. So I expect to check in the mail here soon. But
Like,
really, Johnnie Walker's good people. Y'all go over and check his stuff out. And but Johnny, you got anything you need to say over there, buddy? And you want to advertise or anything coming up or?
Not really, man. Just like I was gonna add on to that, man. Like I gotta say that you definitely man, from when I just first started my channel and you reached out to me, I think I was just showing you some of the Arrow stuff, explaining the regions to you just so you wouldn't get caught up in that mess of not having a region-free player. But I remember just showing the Screen Factory stuff and then watching you send me the photos of like your mail days, and it was like every fucking day. It was like just a box of Screen Factory. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Both feet plus, the whole torso.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. I went in. I jumped in with both feet. There, no doubt about it. I had some orders that I'm not proud of, but
like, there's like a Guinness World Record of like the shortest amount of time. Shit, like you got it.
Yeah, and I have to say it's fun now to get on the Screen Factory like Facebook pages and see people out there looking for Texas Chainsaw and Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 and now when they come out I just go get them. I ain't got to worry about it. It's nice. So
yeah, that is a nice perk.
But I have to say my crown jewel for my collection is my Screen Factory collector editions, man. I'm pretty proud of that. That was an event. That was an event.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, I watched you from day one, started, get all the way through it, and I was just like.
But it was fun chasing the Mitches down, though. Trying to find the deals, and the dumbasses on eBay that didn't know no better. You get lucky. Don't realize what they're selling.
The hunt makes it special too, man. I'm sure there was like moments where you pulled the trigger on something that like you just said, somebody didn't realize what they had, and you was like getting like I don't know. Let's just say, for example, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 with a slip, and you got it for like $30, and you're like, dude, this motherfucker sells for like $150 now. Like, what?
Oh yeah.
A score like the hunt's fun. It makes it more exciting, and it gets you right back on there.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question real fast while I'm thinking about it. Halloween 2 and 3 Blu-rays, whatever. Those. I think those have been out of print and pretty hot items to get, whatever, over the last year or so. Now that the 4Ks are coming out, the Halloween 2 or 3 with the slips, whatever, on Blu-ray, do you think those are going to drop in price, be easier to get for the people that don't have them? Because you can find those, but not with slips. And
they still, though, man, they pressed a lot, though, mix those with believe it or not, man, for like a lot of the really earlier titles, whenever Factory first started in 2012. They pressed up a lot of product, and it's still even weird to this day to get on eBay and see like the They Live slipcover on there, and it's still available with the movie for like $40. To me, it's just like Jesus, like it's just kind of weird, but we're in that slipcover game too, which is just that's a whole other fucking video, dude. Just to explain how that shit works. But no, I honestly, man, I think Halloween 2 and 3 right now on the Screen Factory site, man, those original Blu-ray releases, they're cheap as dirt. We all know that the Steelbooks sold out. Those were going for fucking crazy money before these got announced, the Halloween 1 through 5 4K UHD, because what made those Steelbooks special was they were actually 4K scans, and they looked a lot better than the actual original Blu-rays that Scream had put out in 2012 when they first started. But, yeah, man, I'm who knows, man? I mean, the game's always changing with something, man. Let's say that there's a feature on one of those, on like the Halloween 2 or 3 on those original releases, man, that a special feature doesn't get ported over to that new 4K UHD disc, and everybody catches it, and they're like, hey, what the fuck? Like, and their license expired, or there was somebody that said a comment in there that they had to take it out because of legal issues. It makes it a commodity. Everybody's got to chase it. You never know, man.
And I just bought this bitch last year from Best Buy. This 4K slip, and this thing's nice. I haven't even watched this yet.
It's cool.
And now I'm fixing. Now I just bought it again from Screen Factory.
Look, let me ask you something. Have you watched the 4K disc that's in that Steelbook?
And this one?
Yes.
I have not.
Okay. I will tell you right now. Watch the Screen Factory Halloween disc. Of course, since the 4K, their 4K scan hasn't come out yet. Watch just the Screen Factory disc that you got in your big box set. Because you got the 15 set, correct?
Yeah. Watch
that one. Flip through some scenes, whatever, your night scenes, your action scenes, whatever. Pop in that 4K UHD disc and tell me what you think, dude. I'll tell you my opinion right now, dude. They did a good job with that 4K UHD. Dean
Yeah.
Dean Cundy's the director of photography. That's been a little controversy with some of his opinions and the way he wants things to look and what he thinks they should have looked like, and this is how he shot it. But I'll tell you right now, that 4K UHD just looks fucking great. It's going to be, I'd say it's going to be a daunting fucking challenge for Screen Factory to do their own scan of that. But what's really nice is they got Dean Cundy right there beside them, give them the green light on what they should change and what they shouldn't. So that makes the price tag a little bit easier for me.
That actually goes into my next question. Whenever the scan the Screen Factory is doing is going to be different than this scan, right?
Yes, sir.
What you understand? Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about that, but I mean, this is a movie that I'm sure that most people that are in this game, whatever, have double dipped on 2 or 3 times. I mean, this is just one of those releases that hell they released every couple of years, and this is one of the granddaddies. This is the big dogs, Yeah. But so yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited, to get them all. I hope they eventually all get in 4K. I mean, I would like. We talked earlier. I'm going to be pissed if they come out with a box set after they release them individually, but I don't think they'll do that. That'll be. Then again, you never know.
As I say, time will tell with that, man. Let's just appreciate what we're getting now. I mean, they could have just literally just dropped the ball and just said, well, we ain't got fucking nothing on the burner. COVID fucked us up. We ain't got nothing to work on, but at least they had something to throw out there. Like I said, man, I'm excited, man. I mean, dude, fucking Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, 4K UHD. Did you ever really fucking think that you'd be alive to see that moment happen?
No, I really didn't. Now, the Friday the 13th box set, the big dog that came out last year, do you think they're going to start 4K in that box set up? We're coming out with some 4Ks of Friday the 13th.
Wow, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I think there's so many just giants that they have. There's so many loopholes and legalities and attorneys that they have to fucking go through for all.
Just the fact they got that box set together in the first place is amazing.
Not to mention Miramax Films, like. I'm sure, they're probably not a company who's just going to open up the vault and say, "Here's Screen Factory, come on in and pick out what you want."
Yeah, and we didn't even brought up Freddy Krueger yet. What's happened to Nightmare on Elm Street, man? He's way behind. Somebody's got to get a hold of that thing, and Screen Factory needs to get a hold of Nightmare on Elm Street. I'd like to see a Friday the 13th top box set for Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what we need.
We're all hoping that shit too, man. I'm right there in that same boat with you, man. Let that dream come true. Let's get Screen Factory to put out that box. But I can tell you right now, man. I've seen so many fucking interviews with Bob Shea, who owns New Line Cinema, who owns every fucking right, royalty, trademark, copyright to Freddy Krueger. That guy doesn't seem like a guy who's going to be like, yeah, I'll make a deal with you for X amount of dollars and shit goes smooth. He's more like, he kind of reminds me of the dude who owns Dawn of the Dead, that Rubenstein dude who just wouldn't sell that shit to even sub-license it to anybody unless he got $1 million paycheck up front. But who knows, man? Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope, man, maybe COVID's got something to do with this shit. A lot of people's not making a lot of money. These theaters went bust. These companies make great movies that's got a great return. Hopefully they're like, hey, man, maybe we can just license out some of our old stock and fucking make some money and keep the boat afloat over here before the...
Right. Because there's money to be made there. That's something that's going to sell like hotcakes. So whenever it gets announced, it's gonna get crazy. And so whoever... I mean, there's money to be made there. Money talks. So...
A lot of money.
A lot of money. Well, Johnny, I sure appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate you joining me tonight, man, and talking about these Blue Underground releases, man. It's always great to talk to you. And I'll hit you up here over the weekend and catch up with you. But it's been a blast, man. This is my first live stream. I just got my channel started. I got 2 videos up. You guys like and subscribe, and y'all go over to Johnny's channel. He's got a lot of good stuff out there. A lot of good information about these boutique labels. Everybody take care. And Johnny, I'll talk to you, brother.
Brother, much love, man. Thank you so much for having me on, man. Hit me up whenever you want to, man. We'll do it again.
All right, buddy. You take care, man.
All right, man. Good night, brother.
Later, bud.